Hi, this is Ayushmann Khurrana wishing you guys a very happy new year and just be yourself, be happy, have a great life state. Happy 2022. The caption was misunderstood, but at the same time, even if it's misunderstood, it shouldn't have happened. I think as an ally, one should be more careful and do more research. I'm still learning. I'm still learning about Dalits after doing a film like Article 15. It's endless. And as an ally, I should do more research. And this should never happen again. It's just a conversation starter. And we need to, unfortunately, cast a cis head to reach to the masses so that we can induct them towards, towards trans lives. Of course, I was in touch with trans people. And we did our research. And the most important thing is empathy. It's a different genre. Rohit Shetty is like Rohit Shetty, okay? So
Rohit, here it
वो
is.
perfect hero मेरे को बना पाएंगे उसमें कि नहीं भाई वो उन पे डिपेंड करता है. Like गट्टू ने तो मुझे बॉडी बनवा दी, but let's see if Rohit sir can do that. Rohit sir.
है ना there?
And I think moving forward, every film which portrays trans lives, there has to be a trans person, a trans representative in the film. As a director, of course as an actor or as a writer, in the entire process. I used to be very attached initially, but I used to have a lot of heartache, so I started getting detached.
Yeah.
I don't take my characters back home. I don't revisit my films. I have not watched Vicky Dona in 9 years. I think you become too self-obsessed or self-critical, but I just move on.
Hello everyone, I'm Rudrani and welcome to Speak Easy. My guest today is very special. He's extremely talented and very fearless with his choices. And of course, by the way, he can also make you very emotional and make your heart flutter a little with his voice. I'm talking about the very talented, the multi-talented Ayushmann Khurrana. Hello.
Hi Rudrani. Long time no see. I'm seeing you after 2 years.
I know.
And thanks for the beautiful introduction.
And I also want to say that this is a year-ender special. And no one better to have a person like you to describe how your journey has been as well, right? With the choices you continue to make. So I want you to tell me. It's been 2 years, like you said, that since we've met. What has changed about Ayushmann in that? Your choices clearly haven't changed.
To be frank, Chandigarh Ka Yashki was a conscious effort to just take this movie out first thing after 2 years. It was a long break. And more than anything else, I just wanted to look different and be different in a way. Though the subject is a taboo subject again, but I just wanted to have a different outlook or maybe a different presence on camera. So 2021 has been really, really special. But yeah, moving forward, I think I would love to do mass entertainers like Action Hero, which is coming up. So I'm very excited about it.
Of course, anyone who follows you on Instagram will know that once in a while you like to tease everybody with your mirror selfies.
Thirst traps.
Thirst traps. Thank you. And this film had a lot of thirst traps.
The film is about that, I think.
You know what I mean?
With my physical transformation. It was Gattu's idea. I want to be like a quintessential Bollywood hero. That's the dream.
Yeah.
And if it fits in that scheme of things, then I think nothing like that. In Chandigarh Ka Yashki, for example, it was need of the character and to develop those muscles and everything. And it was Gattu's idea. I was thinking that I should just be a lightweight boxer and sail through and not build that kind of body. But Gattu was like, this is your relaunch. You're coming after 2 years. You should look different. And Gattu is a hero in his head. He wants his actor to be like a hero on screen. So it's like enough of those imperfections you've had. Be this stud. All right, sir. Let's go for it. It was very difficult, trust me. First lockdown, I was just working out for 3 hours a day, cross-functional training, weight training, and then 8 hours of rest, diet, everything. We had this WhatsApp group with Rakesh Udiyar, the weight trainer, and then Shivoham as a CrossFit guy, and then there was Luke Coutinho, the nutritionist. So we were just working hard, and it was I have a very fast metabolism. I just lose weight like this. So I had to gain 8 kgs of muscle. So it was not easy. So yeah, I worked really hard, and during the lockdown, that was the only time. Otherwise, अगर normal day में होता तो शायद मैं कर भी ना पाता. There were no distractions. I was just doing nothing. I was just working out.
You happy with the person that you saw on screen?
I was happy with the result, but I think it's very difficult here. I want to be happy generally. I want to eat. I just want to be myself. You know, it's very tough. Like having 140 grams of protein to maintain that kind of physique, you just lose your mind. It's not easy.
And then also weightlifting of that kind,
Yeah,
which I think
yeah.
was
I was doing 120 kg of squats. It was unreal. Like at 70, if you're lifting almost double your weight, it's crazy. It was more than Bhumi's in Dam Laga Ke Hi Shaft.
I'm sure you have channelized the people that you've met in your life in this character, little, no?
You enter any gym in Chandigarh, you will find one Manu
Yeah.
Manjal. If not three. They're everywhere. So he's obsessed with his body, his physicality, he's dumb, he's unaware, and chip on the shoulder, everything. He has a swag. And yeah, so that's Manu Munjal for you. But having said that, I've had varied experiences in life. I know these kind of people also. It's not just
Exactly.
coming from a convent school, you only know nerds and stuff like that, but coming from a city like Chandigarh, doing theatre, and also was part of the school cricket team, and you know these people, somebody like Manu Munjal.
It's a lot of responsibility that comes along with doing a film like this. Is it not that Bollywood really has been kind in a way of showing what a trans girl ever means? I mean, the jokes of men cross-dressing is only supposed to be for humor. You're supposed to find them funny. So there was a lot going forward. So I want to know what was going through your head, even as an actor, because you know that this is, that it's again, you're walking a very tightrope.
First and foremost, you have to have a very good director, a credible director, to direct a film like this. And Abhishek Kapoor is a very aware person, born and brought up in Bombay. He is new age and wants to tell a story of 2021. And of course, we went in that direction of representation also. But it's the flip side of commercial Hindi cinema. That is just a conversation starter, and we need to unfortunately cast a cis het to reach to the masses so that we can induct them towards towards trans lives. Of course, I was in touch with trans people, and we did our research, and the most important thing is empathy. If there's empathy in the actor's mind and heart, only then you can exude that empathy in the audience.
Correct.
I think we did a decent job with that. And if because they came to theaters to watch a hetero romance, but they got surprised after the revelation. They laughed also when there were certain slurs. But eventually, same people got emotional and connected with the character. I think that's a huge victory for the film.
I think it's difficult to watch, right? The jokes that they crack. So are we using those jokes as forms of humor to attract them, like you say? But were you all careful even that? Did you all think like, should we go a little easy here? Should we not make it look like we're, in any way transphobic? Was that a conversation?
Of course there was, and it was again very carefully crafted that we should mirror the society first and then tell them this is wrong. So we need to use those slurs in order to tell them this is not the way you behave in a civil society where you treat everyone at par in 2021, irrespective of gender, identity, and everyone deserves respect. And this community has been subjugated and oppressed since time immemorial. And we've come a long way from Maharani in the 90s to Manvi in 2021. So I still feel that it's a great effort.
I absolutely agree.
That's how the onus lies on somebody who's at the place of privilege. It's not for the community to teach you that what's right and what's not. You should do your research, and that's what Manu did. And if Manu Mujal can do it, anyone can do it.
Yeah. So I want to know how you reacted to the entire gender fluid comment that went all over. But did you take a step back and try to think about that moment? Because
my intent was absolutely right, and it was just to show support across genders and identities. But having said that, the caption was misunderstood. But at the same time, even if it's misunderstood, it shouldn't have happened. I think as an ally, one should be more careful and do more research. I'm still learning. I'm still learning about Dalits after doing a film like Article 15. It's endless. And as an ally, I should do more research. And this should never happen again. And having said that, as I said earlier, that onus lies on people who are at the place of privilege, that they should do their research. Nobody from the community should teach you or school you. And that's the way forward.
Yeah.
And I think moving forward, every film which portrays trans lives, there has to be a trans person, a trans representative in the film. As a director, of course as an actor or as a writer, in the entire process.
If you have to look back at how your career has panned out, what were the moments that you'd pick, the lows and the highs, both, today to highlight?
So Dum Laga Ke Aisha 2015 was the defining moment for me, because post that there was sudden awakening in me that to choose a certain kind of scripts. So that one, and then 2017 Andhadhun and Badhaiyo back to back within a span of 2 weeks. That was beautiful. In 2019 with Article 15 Bala and Dream Girl.
You'd pick them.
I don't know which one to pick seriously. Ideally, it's 2015 Dum Laga Ke Aisha, then Andhadhun and Article 15, because they were the genre breakers for me.
Were there been perceptions that people had about you that you have obviously broken? Were there perceptions about you that you had to eventually break?
To break that perception, I have to do a generic film. I don't know what to do, seriously. But yeah, I'll be breaking my genres with every 2-3 films, as I've done with Andhadhun or Article 15, and now Action Hero, and Anek also at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, but this is my staple genre. I've said that before also. I love slice of life films. I love that they should be certain films which should be made as conversation starters.
Yeah.
And I love doing that, coming from the street theatre background.
What does this Ayushmann does not have that the one years ago who sort of debuted in Vicky Dona has?
Does not have.
Yeah. What do you not have anymore? What have you lost and what have you gained is what I want to ask.
I think I've gained more clarity. And I'm equally vulnerable.
Yeah?
I am. It's very important for an artist to be vulnerable.
Do you get attached to the films that are doing really well? Or what do you do? Are you ready that one day it'll happen to you, that it'll not do really well and it's going to go out that way? I want to understand that.
very detached with with all my work.
Really?
I am. I purposely do that. I used to be very attached initially, but I used to have a lot of heartache, so I started getting detached.
Yeah?
I don't take my characters back home. I don't revisit my films. I have not watched Vicky Dona in 9 years. I think you become too self-obsessed or self-critical. But I just move on, because I'm glad I'm doing 3 films a year so that I can move on easily.
If you had to look at your life right now and tell me, how would you describe it?
It's very difficult, I think, to just define your life like that. I think every day has a different, you have a different life state every day. This one would be like the year of awakening, maybe.
Wow.
2021. We are going in opposite directions. Like, we have progressed 10 years in the last 2 years. And most of us have regressed 10 years in last couple of years.
Yeah.
So it's mixed bag, I think.
If you had to make a wish list right now for 2022 to give it to the universe, what would it have and why?
A mass entertainer.
Huh?
A
Yeah?
mass entertainer, yes. I want to do a mass entertainer in 2022, and it'll happen.
Like a Rohit Shetty type Marchand.
It could be anything.
It could be anything.
I hope he takes me in this film. I don't know whether I fit that.
Who doesn't want to take you?
Come on.
Aishan?
It's a different genre. Rohit Shetty is like Rohit Shetty, okay? So
Rohit, here it
वो
is.
perfect hero मेरे को बना पाएंगे उसमें कि नहीं भाई वो उन पे depend करता है. Like गट्टू ने तो मुझे body बनवा दी, but let's see if Rohit sir can do that. Hi, this is Ayushmann Khurrana wishing you guys a very happy new year, and just be yourself, be happy, have a great life state. Happy 2022.
That is wonderful. Happy New Year to you too. I don't know when I'll meet you again.
Yeah.
Lots of love, Ayush. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
thank you.
Thank you.